Qantas has been fined $250,000 and convicted for illegally standing down a worker during the pandemic after he raised concerns about the risk of COVID-19 to staff cleaning aircraft from China. With more, I'm joined by reporter Jamie McKinnell. Jamie, can you tell us about this case?
Hey Gemma, well this worker is Theo Seremetidis. Now he was employed by a subsidiary of Qantas, Qantas Ground Services. He worked at the Sydney International Airport and he was also a lift truck driver and an elected health and safety representative. Now in the very early stages of the pandemic, Mr Seremetidis was concerned about the COVID risk to staff that he worked with who were cleaning aircraft that were coming into Australia from China. He was worried about the conditions, the equipment they were given, and he was concerned about the overall impact on them. So he gave them, in accordance with his health and safety representative role, a direction to cease unsafe work. Now, Theo Seremetidis was subsequently sidelined by the airline, and then this case has unfolded in the New South Wales District Court. Last year, Judge David Russell found QGS guilty of discriminating against Mr Seremetidis because he was acting under work health and safety legislation. Now today, Judge Russell convicted QGS of that offence and also ordered that they pay a fine of $250,000. The judge said this conduct was quite shameful, and he also made a finding that even when Mr Seremetidis had been stood down and this was being investigated, it appeared that QGS was also trying to manufacture and find additional reasons for its actions. He also made a comment to the judge that the role of a health and safety representative in any company is vital to the protection of the workforce and then the operation of the company. Outside court, we've heard briefly from Theo Seremetidis, and he seems very happy about this result.
That's the best result we could have had today. Very happy with the conviction. That's the only thing, in my opinion, that would deter Qantas and other companies in the future from doing the same thing. As we all know, the fine is insignificant for Qantas based on what they announced for profits, but the most important thing is the conviction, and I'm very happy with it.
Jamie, how has Qantas responded?
Well, last week, QGS and Qantas actually agreed to pay Theo Seremetidis $21,000 in compensation for both non-economic and economic loss. Now, today in a statement, Qantas has also reminded us that Qantas accepts these penalties. It said last week the company agreed to compensation for Mr Seremetidis, and it also acknowledged in court the impact that this incident has had on Theo Seremetidis. Qantas said in court it has also apologised to him. In that statement, they also said safety has always been our #1 priority, and we continue to encourage our employees to report all safety-related matters. So this case is now over, Gemma, but it's been a long journey for Theo Seremetidis and all of his union representatives and colleagues who have stood alongside him along the way.